Well, now we've changed the situation on the table a little bit. If you'll notice here, we have the cue ball in one square, and we have the object ball in another square. And let's assume where these chalks are that there's object balls and you can't shoot straight at the 8-ball. So now in this situation, you've got balls in opposite squares as opposed to the prior segment where we did the balls in the same square. So I'm going to show you how to calculate this. It's basically the same calculation, but with a little bit different type of speed. You take the midpoint between the cue ball and the 8-ball. All of these are midpoint two-cushion systems. You take the midpoint between the two balls. You extend your stick through the midpoint to the pocket opposite you at that end of the table, right into the center of that pocket, which there's a diamond up there, as you know from before. And then all you do is you move your stick parallel over to the cue ball. And when you move it over to the cue ball like this, that angle is the same as the angle we just showed you. And we're going to shoot right down that line now. So we're going to demonstrate exactly how to hit that 8-ball going two cushions when the balls are in opposite squares. Now in this particular shot, you're shooting into that end of the table, and you got to increase your speed about 20%. So we're going to shoot right down that line and increase our speed about 20%. Boom, and you're going to hit that 8-ball, you notice. And you can actually take the chalks with it if you want to. Now what's kind of neat here, that shows you exactly how to hit a ball using the midpoint. Now there's one other situation where you take, and we're going to reverse the 8-ball and the cue ball. Instead of having the 8-ball at that end of the table, we're going to put the 8-ball at this end of the table, but we're not going to shoot toward the 8-ball like we did before. We're going to shoot away from the 8-ball. So here, as you can see, we have two different types of shots. This time we're shooting away from it. And this is a little bit different on the English. You still calculate it the same way. You take the midpoint to the pocket, and we move parallel back to the cue ball this time. And all you do is you bring your hand up like this, real close to the cue ball, because you want more accuracy. And I explained that once before, that the closer you are to the cue ball, the more accurate. But we don't put the one tip by definition, like we did on the last one. We put what's called favoring English, just a little bit of side spin on the ball, and hit it like this. And the ball comes down like that, comes down, and hits that ball. And I almost made that 8-ball. So this is an example of how you can hit a ball and not give ball in hand, both when you're shooting into the square on the other end of the table, and when you're shooting away from the square. This is a wonderful two-cushion example of how to use the diamond system with midpoints on a two-cushion kick. So remember to use this and enjoy your game according to Dr. Q.
You don't have to play like a pro to enjoy the game I love.
If you've ever played in a friend's basement, you can compete in an APA league. In the APA, everyone can play and anyone can win. So if you're looking for a fun night out with your friends and family, join an APA pool league today. Have fun, meet people, play pool. Visit poolplayers.com today.